legend tells that on Halloween night, if you say Pablo 5 times in a mirror, an ugly old bald man will appear with a hideously deformed face and snatch your soul. I'm going to try and debunk that tonight. Here we go. Pablo. 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 There's fucking nothing happening. It's a load of bollocks, isn't it? What the fuck is going on? Who's turned out all the fucking lights? What's up, YouTube? It's that time of year again. It's Halloween. It is indeed. Nearly time to get the Amy Winehouse out.
Amy Winehouse?
Yeah, you know, the Christmas tree.
Well, why do you call that Amy Winehouse?
Well, because it'll be dead soon and it leaves needles everywhere.
Mask back on!
Welcome, old AF gang. Welcome. Right. Today we are going to run down our top 10 horrors for Halloween.
Each of our top 10s combined into a top 10.
Yeah. Now, there might be some people who disagree with what we say, but hey, it's our opinion. If you don't like it, fuck off! So yeah, we're not going to do a challenge this week. Last Halloween we went bobbing for chips and a deep fat fryer and it just didn't end well. We both ended up in A&E, so instead of that we're going to do some shout-outs this week. Now, old AF gang, as our channel is growing, we need your help. Can you leave something in the comments to tell us what you want to see from the channel, what you don't want to see, please, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what you want us to do, anything, just anything that will help us improve.
What you to do.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the next crazy thing, man?
Well, yeah, but exactly. So again, we're doing it for you guys, so we just really appreciate your feedback and help, and it'll help us to improve our experience to you guys.
Do you want more?
Do you want more?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? My name is Marcus Maximus Meridius Basilius, something or other.
Father to a man, woman to a child.
Father to a man? Okay.
You gotta fuck around with that shit, haven't you?
That's wrong, but never mind. So, instead of challenges, we are going to do shout-outs. But first, let us get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, so number 10, we have gone with the 1980 classic with Mr. Jack Nicholson.
We did.
Yeah,
Shining.
The Shining. We went with The Shining. What a film. Now this is more psychological.
It's a psychological.
I almost think of
horror, looking.
I almost think of Amityville when I watch The Shining. Same sort of realm, isn't it? Possessed man wanting to kill his family.
Yeah, Amityville horror is like the newer version of. But The Shining, I don't know, because it's Kubrick. Kubrick.
Yeah, Stanley. Stanley.
We always get a little bit extra with the Kubrick. Sometimes in the wrong direction, sometimes in the right direction. On this case, I think the right direction.
Yeah, I think so.
I like Jack Nicholson.
He's always good, isn't he? He is the Joker.
He is the fucking. He can play a nice guy. He can play a really nasty, psychologically fucking unhinged.
I still say my favourite Jack Nicholson role is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah,
I think that's
again another one. You know,
yeah.
the spectrum of his.
But he was pretending to be a psycho to get into the mental home, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so that was number 10.
Yeah, Shining number 10. Definitely got some very good. What would you say they are? They are significant moments into red. The axe in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daddy's home.
Going after the missus. Here's Johnny. We ain't wearing one tonight, baby.
The twins holding hands with the blood pouring over the wall behind them.
Yeah, it was like a log flume. Well, what was it? It's just a monsoon of blood.
Yeah.
And in the end, the kid outwits him. Like that Jack.
Yeah.
Jack Frost.
Absolutely. Yeah,
literally.
A bit like Michael Keaton.
Yeah. That's right. Jack Frost. That was a good film.
It was, yeah. Right, okay, number 9, we have gone with the 2006 remake, Mr. Wes Craven of The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yes, The Hills Have Eyes.
Now, that is bloody gruesome fun.
It's gruesome, and that's what we like about it.
Yeah. It's always got the token rape scene in there, like a lot of Craven's films.
Yeah, very...
Last House on the Left being one of them.
Yeah.
But absolutely amazing, brutal. You can never get enough mutant hillbillies, can you?
Deserted in the deserts, and you are at the helm of some inbred hillbillies.
Yeah, when
genetically morphed, genetically advanced, genetically destabilized, and they're fucking all over the place, man. They're all fucked, aren't they? In one way or another. One's like the size of a fucking mountain himself. He's the one that does the rape scene, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I think a few of them do it now,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got the dude outside, so the lamb's in, he gets it in a bad way, doesn't it?
It's not good. It's not good for the psyche, and that's where it hits you on the psyche, without a doubt. All she wants to do is get home to her kid, and then she gets fucking annihilated.
Yeah, originally I thought it was a documentary on Birkenhead, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So number 8.
Number 8.
Now,
who have we got at number 8?
We have got Mr. James Wan's first major outing.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
2004. Saw.
Want to play a little game?
I want to play a game.
Now, you had a little bit of an issue with this being...
we spoke about it before, haven't we?
Did you see it as a... it's kind of like a puzzle horror.
That's why they call him
Jigsaw. It is like it's almost like a game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, which it is. It is a game.
Play a game.
You want to play a little game, stating the obvious here. But the thing is, it is a game played with horrific consequences.
Yeah.
Within horrific circumstances. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why for both of us it ticked the box to be on the top 10.
Yeah,
and it's pretty modern, and to do that in the modern day. Mm-hmm. You're gonna hack your own fucking leg off.
Yeah.
With a hacksaw,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say a knife that Rambo. No, not Rambo.
That might have been worse.
Arnie, our Predator.
But they already did
proud
127. Was it 127 hours or 147 hours? Fucking what was the film where he got trapped with his arm?
Yes.
Could that be classed as horror? He had to drink his own piss.
I've always said Arnie had the bigger knife than Rambo.
I think Arnie holds the bigger knife.
Sly, I just saw your knife that you have signed for charity here in Cardiff. It's unbelievable. Look at this knife. But this is not a knife. Now this is a knife. This is what we used on Predator. It's just a little larger than yours. But don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So that was it. Saw at number 8. Number 7. Poltergeist 2.
God is holy tales, he creep me the fuck out.
Well, that was it, because do you know what? Watching them again now, I think Poltergeist is the more superior film. But the introduction of Reverend Kane, fuck me.
Oh yeah, no. He
terrified me.
He did.
And I don't know if it was just some untapped
sinister
sort of intuitive survival instinct got triggered, because obviously he was a reverend, I was a small boy. Who knows? I don't just like to overstep the mark, I like to pole vault over the fucker. Come on.
That's right. Boom.
But I think, yeah, that was terrifying. The kid with the braces all over his face.
Yeah. And you had the little lady. Well,
Tangina.
Tangina. Yeah.
Tangina Barons.
Caroline, come to the light, Caroline.
But you always felt safe when Taylor was on. The name's Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah, the Indian dude, he was brilliant.
Oh yeah. He was like the.
Yeah. Ebert says it's okay now. Oh, the dog says it's okay now. It must be safe.
The good spirits of the Navajo.
Yeah, that was it. The Navajo Indian. Yeah.
I believe.
Brilliant film.
Spirit guide.
Right, number 6.
Number six.
Number 6.
Number
right.
6.
The 2019.
We've gone a little
film.
bit modern with this one.
Yeah.
Now, you can't beat the soundtrack, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I got 5 on it.
How could you make that sinister as fuck, that track? Well, they did it. Yeah.
Fucking with that endo weed.
So basically, a family have a bunch of doppelgangers, and the bit that got me was when he's outside. They go to this house, and then he's out there, and there's somebody standing at the top of the driveway. And he's like, hey. And then he's like, get on the drive, and then all of a sudden the motherfucker starts running at him. You know, and it's that side of it, that sort of all of a sudden, nobody's intimidated by a baseball bat, mate. You know what I mean? Just, woof, here we go, action. And that's the side of it I like. That's what it kind of got you, just your little nerve endings, just in the right place. And then to then imagine that there is an alternate version of yourself trapped behind some alternate reality, and in this case, you know, spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I think everybody's seen it now, haven't they?
The girl that was, the wife was actually the one that was originally trapped. So the one that's out is actually the bad version of the wife, the mother. And some brutal killing scenes. Liked it very.
Yeah, that white couple.
Yeah.
When they got it, that was pretty cool. If you want to see an in-depth review of this, where it's broken down a lot more than me and Pablo ever could, check out The Girl in the Movie, Danny. I will leave a link below. She's got a really good review of that film.
Yeah.
Very in-depth. So that was number 6. Okay, number 5 now.
Yeah, Scooby.
We were at loggerheads with this one.
What is our 5?
We've gone with The Conjuring 2, 2016.
Yeah, we like The Conjuring. I like all the Conjurings. I like most of them because even for a modern day horror, they still manage to tap into that little moment where you sat there and you're watching and you think.
I will remind you, you've not seen number 3 yet.
Oh yeah, I'm borrowing that this evening.
Yeah,
so we'll have a look.
it's not good.
No.
But yeah, number 2 I thought was fucking amazing. It hit all the right notes for me.
The first one was good. Number 2, boom. You know, just picked it to the next level. And
because it was set in England as well. It went back to a bit of yesteryear, so a lot of toys they had.
I actually learned a wise man sing only because it's what he does in his song, doesn't he? He sings it in the house, and even that has a fucking sinister element to it because it's so soft and so loving, and then all of a sudden shit just goes down.
Yeah.
And that you know, there's all these little tweaks in your psyche where you think everything's all right. Everything's okay. It's gonna be all right. It ain't fucking all right. No, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And as far as
the film itself was a load of bollocks because it was based on the Enfield haunting. Ed and Lorraine went down, debunked it as a hoax, and fucked off again. But as a film,
leave it to them. Yeah.
Don't look at the facts. Just watch the film.
Leave it to the film people to bring the story in a way it needs to be brought across.
Yeah.
The directors, the actors, etc.
So that was number 5. Yeah. Number 4, 1992.
Candyman.
The Candyman.
Candyman
Candyman,
cause the Candyman can and
it does it all for you to make the world taste good.
with a hook in your fucking chest.
1992, a sinister
92.
film with Mr. Tony Todd came out.
Oh, he's good. He's good. See, he made a reappearance in the Final Destination. They had
He did,
to bring
yeah.
him back.
Wasn't
they
he?
had to give him a little bit of homage.
He was like the narrator, wasn't he?
No, he was the funeral director.
Yeah,
he
but
was the
in-
guy
in-
that fucking...
He narrated a few of the films, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He would have probably done later after the first one, but he was in the first one. He was the funeral. He was the fucking guy.
Yeah. I'm sure he was the
Formaldehyde.
narrator of as Death.
Yeah.
But I can't. I'll have to check out. Leave a comment below if
Whatever,
you know.
whatever the weather, his voice is
Yeah.
primed to narrate death.
He's quite a diverse character because he was in The Rock, wasn't he? That was supposed to be Sean
Oh, yeah, he
Connery's
was, yeah.
final outing as Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although again, that's unconfirmed. But yeah, he's a very diverse character, and I think as Candyman,
Oh, he was good.
he had that presence about him because he's a big fucking.
Yeah, and it's an
bloke.
old film, and granted, it might not move as fast, which is probably why they've done the remake. But when you watch it and you sat there on your own in front of a mirror with the lights off, say his name.
Don't say Pablo 5 times.
No. 'Cause
But
I
yeah,
will be there.
I think just the setting,
The
as well, it's like
concept.
that rough
Yeah, yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
urban area. And
Urban
then
America.
Everybody's like you got
Urban
these
America,
gangsters that
yeah.
were
Yeah.
terrified of the Candyman, and and that flat this way to the suites.
Yeah, yeah.
It looked like Jimmy Savile used to live there. You know what I mean?
I bet he had some fun there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, so that was number 4, Candyman.
Oh.
Number 3, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Get ready for Freddy. Fucking amazing film. Now that's
On every level.
now the franchise is good fun, but the first one introduced us to Freddy Krueger, and it was a fucking
Johnny Depp
classic.
didn't it?
Yes, yeah, I said that on the Cinema Squad live stream. Why can't Johnny Depp buy it like that these days?
Yeah.
And it hit a few nerves there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now
it's a-
imagine the concept. You're tired. Yeah. You just want to go to sleep. But if you go to sleep, there's a fucking chance you ain't gonna wake up because of Freddy. Fucking knives, fingers, and shit. Nancy.
just the fact he had that like
Well, he was all burned,
that
burned,
fucking hat,
burned.
trilby
Yeah.
hat on, and the
jumper,
gloves with
striped
knives for
jumper.
fingernails was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
What
Terrifying
a
as a
concept.
kid.
Wes Craven. It was a Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, that was his first big film. That literally saved New Line Cinema.
Hats off, man. Hats off.
Yeah, because Robert Shea got involved as well. They didn't even have the money, they were trying to raise it before they even fucking started filming. So it was a great film.
Fucking great.
I remember and it's very formulaic because the two people who were shagging, they bought it first. Now I don't know what they teach sex education in the States, but if you're in a horror film, you don't have sex.
Never.
That's rule number 1.
Never.
I mean, I can't.
Especially
really-
when there's somebody running around with knives, fingers for knives.
Yeah.
Just in case he wants to go to the first or what's the second base?
Wow.
Third base is warm apple pie.
Isn't it?
Which is warm apple pie?
I
You
thought
wouldn't get warm apple pie if Freddy was involved.
I thought it was 1 in the pink, 2 in the stink.
Yeah, no, but it was first base is kissing.
Nah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
or hugging.
yeah.
You explain to us, Mr. American needs to explain this. First base, second base, third base, fourth base, fifth base, sixth base.
I need to apologise. I shouldn't have slated sex education in the USA because at the end of the day, sex education in my school was just a muffled warning about the school caretaker.
Yes.
So, yeah, but anyway,
If he wants you to give him a hand,
yeah,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. But yeah, so number 3, Nightmare on Elm Street. Now number 2, we were at loggerheads with this. I wanted it to be number 1, but we've
were.
gone with number 2.
Yeah.
And that is a little known 1973 movie called The Exorcist.
You know what she did?
Fucking brilliant.
I think-
the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
You know the funny thing is, the wife takes the bottle to bed for the young lady, and then before she goes to bed, if I come for a little cuddle or a good night kiss, she flicks the bottle at me like he did in the film. Like the water's going to deter me from trying to get a little peace of mind.
But the Exorcist, I think.
Yeah,
When I
crab
first-
walking.
Yeah, but that was in the director's cut. That was never in the original, and that's
Yeah, no,
become
we're
like
talking about
The Exorcist.
fucking
yeah.
main scene.
We
yeah.
don't forget as well, when The Exorcist came out, we were still in the Baghdad.
I was still, I was
We were still in Dad's back.
yeah.
Baghdad.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
when
so-
I saw it, because it was a video nasty, and it
I
got
heard
banned,
my dad slept with a crucifix under his pillow after watching that. Yeah, straight up, no shit.
there was nuns blessing people as they went
Yeah.
into the cinema
Yeah.
to watch it. The
Power of God compel you.
The power of Christ compels. The power of Christ compels.
Holy war.
Yeah.
It was a thing. It was a thing.
So when I watched it as a teen, I thought I'm going to feel like killing myself after watching
Yeah.
this. I was in
Yeah.
for a good night,
Yeah.
and it's going to be
Well, I'm going to
terrifying.
fucking
And I
genuinely die.
thought, what the
watching
fuck
it.
is this? It was
Yeah.
crap. But
You can't
watching
look at
it
for-
again,
Yeah.
it has withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
And to say it's about 50 years old nearly, it is an absolute masterpiece. And
yeah.
it still gives me the creeps
A
to
lot
this
of
day.
the Exorcist films copy what is within the Exorcist original.
The
They
possession
still,
films,
yeah. Any possession film, they
Yeah.
still link back in one way or another, whether it's crab walking, bucking, Reverend getting nailed, and getting cranked down the stairs. It's somebody innocent or who's trying to do good. The brutal just bring it to them, you know. You know, all the language, the physicality, the whole lot. It's all in there, and it was a difficult one to try and place. It is also very commonly known as one of the best.
Yeah,
I would
I mean,
say.
let's face it though, in
Change
reality, and these
cinema.
days, if a little girl was trying to get her mother to lick her down there, they'd end up on Jeremy fucking Kyle, wouldn't they? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Boom.
But yeah, absolute classic. So
Yeah.
number 2 was The Exorcist from 1973. Now number
Yeah.
1, it's a bit of a mixed bag because we were undecided what one to go with, so we've put all 3 of them in there.
All 3, and all 4, because don't forget the remake was also 2 parts. It's away for both films.
Well, the original was a mini-series, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's only 2 films as well.
No, it was classed as one film, but 2 parts of a mini-series. The original was never a film.
Yeah, we alright. If you bring it into the world of the Matrix, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and Lord of the Rings.
I think you all know what we're talking about now anyway, don't you?
It is the one and only
Pennywise,
Pennywise the clown.
I'm Pennywise the Clown. Absolutely
Yeah.
great.
Now, when I watched that, I was a kid. I'd probably not been in England very long, and it came on TV, and I remember watching it. I had fucking nightmares. I remember the door, green smoke coming from underneath the bedroom door, and then all of a sudden, the door opens and Pennywise is there in my face.
I always
And I
remember,
remember waking up thinking, fucking hell.
I always remember
That was
Georgie
about
getting
7
it.
or 8.
Yeah, sad Georgie getting it. Poor little
Poor
kid.
Georgie.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was gut wrenching because any time I see a little kid die, it's like fucking hell.
It's just not necessary, is it? And not brutally.
Unless it's that kid who nicked my car stereo back in
That's
the 90s,
right,
and
yeah.
in which case I want his fucking head on a pole outside my door. But you know, other than that,
You ain't gonna live a healthy life. But so it part 1 and 2, you know, covers the kids, covers them as they get older. Probably the older version when they're a little bit older, a little bit slower, a little bit sort of softer, difficult to sort of carry in the same way that they did as the kids. But then we had the remake. When was the remake hit? Well, that was a couple of years ago. you know, it was just- and Skarsgård.
he was good.
For me, plays a better Pennywise than
Tim Curry.
yeah, but Tim Curry was also good.
Yeah, he
but
was.
Skarsgård, you know, the fact that he could buzz his eyes.
Yeah, he was menacing, wasn't he?
He was a menacing fucker, and it really got drilled down deep into your psyche of whether or not you're going to let your kids play out while it's raining out.
And it really does fucking look like that as well.
Yeah.
There's not much sort of trick photography going on.
No.
He is a
really
gangly sort of character, really tall and skinny.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that they've both got in common, the original and the remakes, is the fact that I think the first half is best every time.
Yeah.
With the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody will agree with that as well.
Yeah, I think
and that's
so.
why I had high hopes for the remake of doing more justice with
the adults,
adult part, but
didn't work, did it?
although I still think it was better than the original, it's still
it was better than the original, hands down. It was better, but I think that's also relevant to the time we're in.
I think seeing some sort of horrific beast as a clown picking on kids, it's a bit more sinister than adults, you know.
Which is why The Exorcist
life
was a difficult one to place either one side or the other, because you know you're dealing with a young girl, lovely child, and then also she turns into this demonic monster. Man,
with any slasher, it's not real. In real life, it'd be more like this.
Yeah, hold up.
We've covered a bit of ground there of our top 10 for
giving you a
Halloween,
little bit of
haven't
an
we?
insight into some of the things that rocked our worlds when we were growing up, and
even now,
and even now, not that long ago.
The Conjuring 2 was only 5 years ago,
Yeah,
and that's
us is only a couple of years. Not old at all, and they still manage. And now, for me, one of the big things is also the music, the soundtrack, the sounds that come with the film. And
Exorcist is there.
Yeah.
Tubular bells.
Michael Field.
Michael Field, yeah.
It's sinister little high pitched, bing, and then
Boom.
with us it was
I got 5 on it by Loonies, 1996.
You know what I mean? Regular folk wouldn't listen to it because it's gangster. But put it on a film, slow it down, stretch it out, put some strings in it. Boom. Exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You want to do some honourable mentions, don't you?
Well, there's a lot of films. There's a lot of films.
I'm going to do The Human Centipede Part 2.
Centipede.
Now that's fucking hideous film. It's one of those films you think, why the fuck am I watching? Just the sight of that fat guy and his wife fronts, fucking hell. Sinister, and it's almost neo-noir in its style as well. Black.
This is where are they in the prison here or something?
No, that's number 3. Number 2 is the one that's all black and white.
Oh, I might not see that.
Oh, I'll have to lend it to you, mate. You'll feel sick.
I watched the first one.
But the
I think
thing
I've seen
is,
the third one.
it's bizarre because it looks like the furnishings in the flat and the surroundings and the cars, they all look like the 1970s, but then he's watching Human Centipede on a laptop. And it's really bizarre, but it's really good film. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. You wanted to talk about one that Mark from The Love of Movies will be very proud of.
All right, yeah. Well, this is again a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure for me. It's
The Lost Boys.
Shall not sleep. It was a good soundtrack as well. It's worms. You're eating worms, Michael. You're eating worms. You're eating worms, Michael. Oh, Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Now, vampires generally don't do it for you. They don't really do it for me. They're not really horrific. I don't find them horror-driven.
Because I know Lost Boys and Fright Night and
for the same
they're
money,
classics.
For the same money, you could say 40 Days of Night.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather watch that.
You can't. There's still this sort of human, mythical connection, and I can see why sometimes, some might be disgruntled with a vampire-based horror film, but I think they need homage. They belong in the spectrum of horror, because you imagine.
I mean, to be fair, I like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
With Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves. But again, it just doesn't. It will never. Dracula. But it will never go down as in my books as one of my favourite horrors.
Because all of a sudden you get a fucking red hot sex scene where she's getting nailed on the altar or whatever it is. And
it's
again, like, what is this? Porno?
Then again, what's it quite good? The Underworld films, they were vampires versus
werewolves, but it was all latex, fucking all skinny. She's like the focal character, and put her in something tight.
Stop talking about it. I'm gonna have to go to the fucking toilet.
Really died like Tiger. That's what they say.
But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of.
What else we got? We got fucking loads, man. Where's my list?
You have a Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
It's a musical. It's not
but
horror.
It is still. It still has. It's a guilty pleasure. Steve Martin, absolutely cracking. Really good character in there.
Your list is in front of you, isn't it?
No, that's yours.
Yeah.
Where my fucking list is?
I'd Host as a very
modern
modern
one. 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Killian.
The Grudge 2004
Grudge,
remake.
The Ring.
The Ring, yeah. A lot of the Jap horrors are fucking great.
Yeah. There's we got. I think between us we got good taste.
Yeah, I think
we've covered some bases.
It's hard work doing like a top 10 horrors because there's so many different subgenres in horror, and I mean, slashers don't really do it for me. They're more. I'm more scared of the paranormal, what you can't see. So
because again you've got what you got, The Purge.
Yeah, that was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's.
I'd love that to be fucking real.
I would love
just to settle some fucking scores one night a year.
We would also need to be able to buy munitions.
Yeah.
That's when it would work.
Would you go out killing folk that you don't like, or would you stay guarding your home? That's the thing.
I'll be out and about.
I probably would, yeah. Getting myself a new telly.
They see me rolling.
I'll be in a stolen Rolls Royce heading to fucking Curry's to get a fucking new telly. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, that's the point. If you do nick a car on Purge, can you keep it the day after?
I don't know. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll have to write to the producers and see what they say.
Anything goes, literally.
Okay, right, shout-outs. Okay, I want to do some shout-outs to people who are below 50 subs and should be on a lot more. So first up, we're going to go with Movie Database. Now he's an old head on a young body because he likes his golden oldies, his neo-noir and stuff like that. Check him out, I'll leave a link below.
Movie Database.
Absolutely, great chat. I didn't recognise him the other day when he didn't have his hat on, but hey.
You can leave your hat on.
He's got some great content. Check him out. Next, my man Sid at Cool Moviegram. Now, what he doesn't know about Hong Kong
Sid
cinema.
sounds like a horror movie name. Sid.
Yeah, big Sid.
And he is in Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
When you go to Sid's house.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna come back from Sid's house.
Although he doesn't cover much horror, he's more Hong Kong cinema and 80s action. He's a fucking brilliant chap.
He's here to educate.
Yeah, absolutely, and you will learn a hell of a lot from him. He's getting married this week, so good luck with that, buddy.
Congratulations to a life full of misery.
Yeah, a little piece of me dies every day since I've been married.
You will have a shorter life sentence.
You will have stress. Yeah. You will have arguments. Heartache.
You will have full balls.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the stuff that you didn't have when you were single.
That's right. But enjoy it, man. It's one day only, and it's for the rest of your life. So I can enjoy it. Enjoy that shit.
The rest of your life, Sid.
The rest of your life.
Okay, next up, we've got Mathew Binnie VHS Video World. Now, this guy, He's more for the old heads. He's like he's nostalgia filled. He's more like a trip down the video shop lane.
You can't get a VHS provided it's been rewound before you get it.
Exactly. Rewind after watching.
Don't
before
ever
you
send a
take it back.
film back when it's been watched.
Yeah. Or you will fix it fine.
It's going to take me 3.5 minutes to wind that thing. I remember getting a video player. When you press rewind, it went.
Oh, one of them. Yeah. Or every now and then you'd have
When
one.
it stopped, you know, when you press stop, you try and get it at the right minute for the sex scene on whatever film you're watching.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of delayed reaction to.
So Matthew, anyway,
Matthew.
and video tasties if you're watching. Do you still, if it chews up your tape, do you still have to do that?
Chop.
Getting the old. Okay, he's trying to get it sellotape mic really thin but thick enough so it doesn't pull it apart. Do you still have to do
You
that?
still have to fix the videotape.
That used to be a fucking.
No,
and then
it's not.
you'd miss the bit you cut out, wouldn't you? And then the sellotape wouldn't be red, and it's like fucking hell. I missed that sex scene. I kept rewinding it too many times.
That's right.
But yeah, so yeah, give them a shout. I'll leave links to all of them below. Now, this next person, special shout out. She's not on below 50, but she's an absolute awesome channel. She's not movie related. But she's absolutely brilliant and she's great, really supportive in the community as well, and that's Alicia Jett Rose. Now,
Jett Rose.
absolutely, she does tutorials.
Fly.
She does a lot of tutorials on how to play the guitar, although I don't need any of that because I'm a fucking maestro on the air guitar.
But I might do.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, me and the air guitar, we're at one. We are at one.
Needs no introduction.
No. I'm actually selling my air guitar. It's right here. If anybody wants to make an offer, let me know.
That's right.
But anyway, yeah, she does tutorials, she does sing-alongs. I can remember her singing My Girl, that were brilliant. She was in a band called Isolation Notes, it was fucking amazing. But now, she's doing that original songs with a new band called Short Straw. So give her a check out, Alicia Jett Rose. Brilliant channel, brilliant woman. Give her a follow. And anyway, I think that's it now, isn't it?
Are we doing it? Is that done already? No.
We've had fun again, haven't we?
Yeah.
This spooky season.
When it flows, it flows, and when it goes, it goes.
I know, we're going to have to leave you to it again, guys. But hey, we'll catch you next time. And we've got some Carolina chicken wings to try. And we're going to douse them in ghost chili sauce just to jazz them up a little bit.
Chicken wings nice and crispy.
We'll see you next time.
Don't die tonight.